Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here at The Craft of Living. Today I have a special surprise for you. We are going to do 2 unboxings today in one video. I know I usually break them up, but I have to do a re-recording for Earth and Sky. We'll be doing a walkthrough for this one. I did a mistake and I recorded it when I was very low on energy, and I just can't publish that, y'all. I need to only do videos when I'm high on energy, or at least medium. But yeah, we'll be doing a first glance through for this one, Earth and Sky. But first, I wanted to bring in something special. So I don't know how I found this on Etsy. I really don't, because when I tried to look for it anywhere outside of Etsy, I couldn't find it. I even looked for it on YouTube. I couldn't find any unboxings. I couldn't find it anywhere. I even looked on eBay. Sometimes, you know, decks can be acquired and given away later. Nothing. I could find nothing on this deck. I even asked AI, which we know AI doesn't know everything, but I asked Google AI, who is this author? What kind of decks and cards do they have? What kind of background do they have? AI told me that this person that I typed in, which is Yisel Abuela, doesn't exist and doesn't have any record of making any decks. So I was like, oh gosh, am I gonna get ripped off? Like, I was very nervous. And then I had ordered 4 decks at the same time off of Etsy. This one I ordered last, and out of all the 4 decks, this one came first. So the shipping on this deck is amazing, and she says thank you for supporting my small business. But let's get right to it and open it up, because she sent it to me pronto. And I'll tell you what captured my my eyes on this. Hold on one second. What captured my eye on this was, you'll see. Let's open it up together so we can get first view together. Thank you for supporting my small business. Oh, here's her guidebook. She did a little note. She did a little a little thank you note. Thank you. Oh, and she did handwrite it. Thank you so much for choosing my deck to be a part of your journey. I hope you love it as much as I loved creating it. If you do love it, please leave me a review on my shop. That will help other beautiful souls like you also find my decks. So check this out, guys. I don't know how many deck artists give you a handwritten note of thanks. Usually it's not possible, right? Because it's just so many volumes of thousands of people. But I can tell she's just starting. So I have no idea if this deck is self-published or what, but super awesome. Here's the little guidebook. This guidebook on the outside makes me think that this deck is for sure a work in progress, and that it may have been an afterthought when it comes to integrating it into the deck, right? Because usually the book is in with the deck, but you can see this is a completely sealed deck. Celestial Guidance Oracle Guidebook. So look, right off the bat, she's got color, which is a lot more than I can say for so many tarot decks that I own, with a little white book that it comes with, right? Like, it barely 4 sentences sometimes for each card. But beautiful color. She's printed this book in color. And let's see. Yeah, she has a small little intro over here. And then she has the key sentence here. And then Channeled Whisper. This is her Channeled Whisper for each card. Channeled Transmission. I don't know what the difference between Channeled Whisper is and Channeled Transmission. Let's see, in the back of this book, The Call of the Oracle. You did not find this deck by chance. It found you. So, okay, so you know how I started this video saying I have no idea how I found this deck? Okay, there's the answer to that. It came to remind you of what you already are. Each card you've pulled, each whisper you've felt, has been your soul speaking back to you. You are not separate from the guidance you receive. You are the oracle, the mirror, the message, and the voice of remembering. Your journey through these pages was never about becoming something new. It was about peeling away what was never yours to carry. It was about returning to your center, raw, real, and radiant. The oracle within you is eternal. It lives in your intuition, your breath, your choices, your stillness. When you listen, the universe responds. When you trust, the path unfolds. When you love, the world transforms. Take a deep breath, beloved one. You are here, awake, alive, and limitless. And the universe is smiling back. So now she has the ceremony of remembering, which I will say is far too small print for this book. I can definitely read it, but I know some people will definitely struggle with this. But this is the ceremony of remembering. The purpose is to reconnect with your truth and awaken your inner oracle. So it looks like there is steps, whisper, hold the deck, pull the card, journal, and then end with gratitude. So it's almost like spreads. So soul journal prompts. Each question is an invitation inward. But yeah, I would recommend for sure, especially this page needs to be a larger print. If it's got to be split up on 2 pages, so be it, because the print is too tiny. Let's see, this is affirmations for activation, and she gives a whole activation thing here. Collective blessing, navigating a spiritual awakening, communicating with your spirit guides, how to properly ground your energy, crystals for the awakening journey, and how to properly meditate, transmuting ego thoughts into light, understanding energy shifts, protecting your energy, returning to the heart, and then that's it. She ends with a nice outro page. You hold the world within your hands because you are part of the creator. Okay, I won't make you wait any longer. We've checked through the guidebook. Let's get into this actual deck. So Celestial Guidance by Yisel Abuela. I hope I'm saying her name right. Every shuffle opens a portal to your next evolution. So I always get snagged by the Flower of Life. Their sacred geometry really has a place for me in my heart. And this deck definitely had that. Ooh, you guys, it's a linen deck. I was not expecting that. So here's the backs. This is the reason why I bought it, because of the sacred and beautiful Flower of Life on the back here. Let's go ahead and open these up. And you can see the gilding. Ooh, yes, they're linen. That's such a nice feel. Let's see if I can get you to see it. These are linen cards. So beautiful. Okay, and then the gilding is this very, very, very shiny, rainbow shiny. I love rainbow shiny. It doesn't bother me at all. So the images, obviously, were another thing that drew me to this deck. I wish I could turn up the brightness on the card so you could see it better. But yeah, I want to turn up the brightness so you could see their faces better, because this is such an exquisite card here. You are never separate from the whole. I like that. So she's coming and emerging from the earth as part of the whole right there. Peace. Inner stillness despite the outer noise. Gosh, you guys, these are quality cards. I could feel it. Reclaim. You are the sovereign of your own universe. Power reclaimed through remembrance. Because our DNA is in the stars. This was another card that's featured on her Etsy site that kind of really got me. I've never seen a card like this before. There's so many people that are grieving right now through losses in their life, whether it be animals or beloved ones, and this card just really captured that moment for me. Honoring what once was, grieving. Cycles, release the bindings that keep you small. Breaking of the chains, there's a dove of freedom. Wow, dragonflies signify transformation. So also the other thing is, I wasn't able to read anything on who does the artwork. Yeah, and so I did buy a couple of AI decks, which we will probably show later on my channel, which were AI art. I'm definitely mixed about how I feel about that. But yeah, I wanted to know who made the artwork on this, because this feels like somebody made this and not a computer. So I would really love to know if Yisel herself did this artwork. She said she channeled a lot of her energy into it, but that doesn't tell me if she did the artwork too. She could have just done the messages like so many deck creators. They create the messages and the transcribings, but yeah, so I'm curious. Who's the artist? Is it Miss Abuela? Because this is gorgeous. Forgive, release the burden. This is your freedom. It's not the other person's freedom. When you forgive somebody, you always forgive to release yourself, right? Lineage. Ooh, guys, look at this one. Incoming message from your blood and spirit line. So this is like an ancestral card. Ooh, ooh, ooh. She's seeing all those faces. I'm getting chicken skin right now. Okay, I have to see this one. What is this one? Home. You are home wherever you go. The universe reflects the sanctuary within you. Gosh, gorgeous. Reflect. Your outer world mirrors your inner truth. Exquisite, guys. So beautiful. Transcend. Move beyond what once bound you and rise through love. She's wearing a rainbow dress. Flow. Let life move through you with grace and ease. Guys, I don't regret this purchase at all so far. I am in love with it. I did think that the backs were going to be inlaid with gold, however, especially the Flower of Life. I thought it was going to be, it looked kind of, you know what, it's just a portal. That's what it is. It's a portal. I thought I saw a portal when I looked on the website, and yeah, maybe it still is. But it would be cool if there was foil in the center here. Anywho, light. The divine in you is ready to shine. Silence. The soul speaks in quiet moments. Not when your mind is chattering and telling you to do things. Reweave. Create new patterns from old threads. So this is reweaving who we are becoming and using the threads of who we thought we were to help this process. So I love this. I love this. It's a gentle process, right? You're untangling some beliefs that don't serve you, and you're making something new from it. You're having consciousness that, hey, I don't want to respond that way. I don't feel good when I respond that way. Let's reweave some new codes into my reactional brain. Mend. Repair what was torn with sacred tenderness. Gosh, I love this. I love this so much. Echo. Feel the resonance of your ancestors in your bones. So I'd like to know the difference between this ancestor card and the other ancestor card we got. I'd love to like look it up in her guidebook. Unfold. My goodness, she looks like the Virgin Mary. Let your truth reveal itself in divine timing. Cleanse. Guys, this deck is gorgeous. You know, the artwork reminds me of Mario Duguay. If you ever were exposed to Alana Fairchild's decks, she uses a lot of his artwork in some of her stuff. I forgot the light. I forgot the name of her deck, but one of her deck features Mario Duguay, and this reminds me a lot of his work. Cleanse. Let what no longer serves be washed away gently and completely. There's such a gentle essence to this deck. I really love it. Let's give it a shuffle to see how it shuffles. It's quite large, which I don't mind. Just know that smaller-handed people will probably have to do a side shuffle for this deck because it's a reach for me. It's quite a reach. Like I said, I don't mind. I prefer the artwork space over, yeah, small cards. I prefer that. Actually, side shuffling is pretty easy. But then it makes a weird bend over here in my cards that I don't really like. So I try to do it one way or the other. All right. What message needs to come through for anybody watching this video? What message? And don't think you came here by mistake either. If you're attracted to this deck, this deck found you. What message does this deck want to share with anybody who watches this video? What message does this deck want to share with anybody watching this video? Unfold. So we got the beautiful Virgin Mary. Let your truth reveal itself in divine timing. I always like to peek at the back too. Integrate. It's time to merge your shadow with your light. Love that so much. Oh dear. So let's look into the unfold right now. I wish I could put it here. It doesn't work. Okay. Unfold. And then I'll bring it up closer once I get the card. Oh, okay. I'm noticing something in her guidebook. There are no titles of the card. So I'm looking for you and I'm not finding it. So I have to go by picture, which is okay. It just takes me a lot longer in a read because normally I'm like, oh my God, where is it? And I pass it like a million times. If you guys see it, let me know. Just kidding. Okay. Okay, so I don't even know if it's alphabetized, you guys. That's my only other quirk about the guidebook, is that maybe alphabetize the key words so we can find it easier. But let me show you this beautiful, beautiful card while I read to you from the book. You are being asked to surrender to your becoming. The universe is guiding you to release expectations and allow life to open you gently. Each experience, each emotion is part of your blossoming. Trust that everything is unfolding in divine timing. Nothing is missing and nothing is rushed. The channeled transmission is, beloved, loosen your grip. You are safe to expand at your own pace. The universe is not pushing you. It is inviting you. Let your petals open in the direction of light and let grace be your guide. Ooh, I do love that. And it does beg for a hanaho, which in Hawaii means encore. So we'll take the bottom card of integrate, and let me see how fast I can find it. Ready? Integrate. Begin. Begin integration. I wonder if it's before unfold. I don't know. No. Is it after unfold? If it's after unfold, then we for sure know it's not alphabetized. Yes, it's after unfold. Okay, it's for sure not alphabetized. I was hoping it was like secretly alphabetized, but no, it's not. Okay, we won't hold it against her though. We still really love her deck, or at least I do. All right. You are being called to merge your shadow and your light. So this is almost exactly what the Mother Mary card told us. I'm just going to call her Mother Mary. I know she's not, but my goodness, look at her. She looks so beautiful and holy. Integration is not about choosing one over the other. It's about honoring both as sacred. The parts of you you once resisted are now ready to be seen, embraced, and brought home. This unknown creates your deepest strength and truest authenticity. Sorry, this union creates your deepest strength and truest authenticity. The channel transmission for this card is, do not reject your darkness, beloved. It has been your greatest teacher. The light within you expands, not by denying the shadow, but by holding it in compassion. Let the two meet within your heart and witness the birth of your wholeness. So I do love this. I've actually named what I consider to be my shadow side of myself, which really, truly is my inner warrior that has protected me through all the scary and uncertain times in my life, especially through childhood. So I really don't like to demonize her. And I've given her a sweet name so that I can learn to love this dark side of me. Because this dark side of me was never here to sabotage me and watch me fall flat on my face and laugh and say, haha, that's what you deserve. You should have known better. Why didn't you do better? Why didn't you act differently? No, that's not what my shadow side really, really, really is. She really just wants to protect me from further hurt. So I can turn to her and say, you know what? I know we had a hard past and we had to be this way at one point in our life, but we don't have to be this way anymore. And I can give her a hug and, you know, there can be some integration there. So I love that. Great, 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 great cards. I am thrilled, you guys, that it's in linen. I can't even express. I just recently went on a linen, I was looking for linen decks, and I specifically put in linen decks. So I was looking for tarot decks, and a few of them came up for linen decks, and I'm so picky that I wasn't interested in most of them. One of them came up, which I'll give you a little teaser, is the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot. So that one was in linen. We will see how that goes. But let's move on to our next deck, guys, so that I can get that one showcased in here. Thank you, Miss Abuela, for sharing this beautiful, beautiful spirit work with us. I can't wait to work with this and let you know how that goes. Now we will move on to our Earth and Sky Oracle. This deck is by Sophie Bashford, and the artwork is by Amalia Rachel. And I really love the artwork on this, guys. Now, as I've said before, I have opened it already. So they are out of order, but it really doesn't matter for those of you that just want to see and get a feel for the artwork. So there are many different subcategories to this deck. As you can see, when I have subcategories, I get my nerd on, and I categorize them and I file them so that when I'm looking through a book, I can just, bam, I can go straight to it. Because these cards, like the last one, is not alphabetized through the totality of the deck. I think it's only it's only alphabetized by its section. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 sections in this deck. We have the Earth, Sky, Sun, Moon, Water, and Celestial Guidance. So I kind of really like how all of these are split up like that. I haven't really looked into the author's personal definition of all of these subsections and why they chose to subsection their deck. But as I get to know this deck, I'm sure I will find that out. So the Ancient Earth and Sky Connection, Spiritual Mysteries and Divine Feminine Rebirth, Balancing Our Personal Energies, the purpose of these cards, working with the Earth and Sky Oracle. Yeah, so they talk about what the 6 suits represents. So the Earth cards is grounding and support, Sky cards is lightness and movement, Sun cards is action and creativity, Moon cards are reflection and intuition, Water cards are flow and emotions, And celestial cards are divine messages and inspiration. So she goes on to how to interpret the cards, your welcome ritual, here's a ritual I can share with you, how to read the cards, prepare your space, draw a card, think of a question. These are all basic things, right? Card spreads. So she has card spreads here. There's 1, 2, 3, 3 spreads, 4 spreads. So just get 4 spreads in here of things that you can do with this deck. And then she goes right into the interpreting of the cards. Now this is all black and white. And it just starts off by some keywords at the top. They tell you about the figure in the card and how to say the name, which I really appreciate. And then what it means to you specifically. And these different paragraph beginnings are a potential different interpretation of the card or an expansion of a meaning of it. So it's like, oh, it could be this, or it could be this, or it could be this, or it could be all of them, right? So I like that there's multiple ways to interpret it. And there are no pictures either of the cards, which is okay with me because, like I said, it is alphabetized per section. So let's get into the cards with this one, shall we? This one's such a beautiful deck. This one caught my eye too. It really did. So first of all, the back is gorgeous. These are not linen cards, I'll just say that. They have like a matte gloss, and the thickness is pretty thick. It's a pretty thick card. That's kind of the bend in them. The size is pretty okay. I can get my medium large hands around it. So let's just take a look at the cards. So we have Benzaten. I hope that's how you say her name. Also, good job. Shout out to Amalia Rachel as well. Just the artwork. So faces really make or break it for me. If the face looks weird in any way or alien shape, not like I don't like aliens, but if it looks like if it looks kind of wonky or the eyes look weird, I tend to not like that type of artwork. So I'll give an example. Kyle Gray, his the choosing of his artists and his beginner angel decks and masters decks, I don't like that kind of face. I don't know, that artwork. So my point being is that this wonderful soul does an amazing job at making faces. I mean, look at her. She's exquisite. Hera, partnership. Ooh. She's got that beautiful peacock. It almost looks like she's wearing the peacock as her dress. It's this orange card. I have to see the orange card. Surya. Ooh, rising. Earth spirit, grounding. Ishtar, fierce light. So I'll tell you, if we come across the cards, the reason why I bought this oracle is we know that at this point I have quite a collection. What catches my eye these days of buying a new oracle? Well, number one, the art has to be really appealing to me. There's got to be detail. I prefer not to have AI art. I just bought the AI decks as an experiment. I prefer not to have AI work. Let's just be clear about that. I prefer artists. I support artists with their hands, that create with their hands. So we have Mars, do it now. Bastet, celebrate. I love the Egyptian addition to these goddesses. They don't really talk about this is a goddess deck, but they're very powerful beings in this deck for sure. This was one of the reasons why I bought it. Here's one of the reasons. Sarasvati. I almost got her tattooed on my back. I love her so much. And she's not showing her other 2 arms that carry weapons. So yeah, I do believe she's got 6 arms. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert on Sarasvati. But look how gorgeous she is. I have seen so many interpretations of Sarasvati, and this one is just so beautiful. Just so beautiful. And so they'll give a little sign at the top here on what element it is, so you can just quickly find it in the book. So this one is sky, since it has clouds. So you are the light. Look at her, Iris, beautiful. Celine, respect your rhythm. So this one would be moon. Obviously. I mean, she's hugging the moon, but also this is the little symbol that you look for. Melissa, community. So this would be earth. She's a beekeeper. Yeah, I love that. I'm not going to attempt it, guys. I'm not going to do it. I may have to look in the guidebook to find her name. Beloved energy, I'm sorry. I will not disrespect you by attempting this without guidance. Healing waters, I can handle that. Nope, still not going to do it. Sorry. Soul, I've gotten her multiple times. Doesn't she remind you of the Chariot? Almost, except one of these horses should be dark. Breakthrough. So they talk about the background of her too. So this would be sun. So it's a sun symbol. Nut. Birthing. Another Egyptian influence. This is the sky. Gosh, gorgeous, right guys? Look at that. Got the galaxy in her body. Geb, you are supported. Get that Egyptian influence there some more. Gosh. Sekhmet, fierce power. See, so all of you Egyptian lovers may actually really want to get this deck, and you would never know it based upon the cover. Or even the back for that matter. The back doesn't really have that many, yeah, I don't see any, nope, this looks like a Roman god over there. So no, I don't see any Egyptian pictures on here. So all of you Egyptian lovers, this might be a find for you, a little gem. The Kalik, stillness. Ooh, look at that. She looks like she's on Easter Island. So beautiful. Portals, that's what those are, portals down there. And then Alwyn, I've gotten her twice so far. I so love this card. Alwyn, so gorgeous. Again, we have sacred geometry up there. So let's give it a shuffle. What does this deck want these viewers to know about it? What will this deck help these viewers with? What will this deck assist these viewers with the most? What will this deck assist these viewers with the most? Thank you, Great Spirit. What? That's interesting. Let's figure out how to say her name. So we're going to go under mountains or earth. Easy. And then it should be, yep, so it's the first one since it's alphabetized. So I'm going to bring it up close. Okay, so I was wrong on both counts on how to pronounce it. Pronounced Kalyak, is a vastly ancient Celtic earth mother, a crone goddess of winter, snow, and changing seasons. She was worshipped by the Celts in Ireland, Scotland, and British Isles, yet her origins predate Celtic mythology. Cailleach means veiled one in Old Irish, reflecting her association with mystery and the unseen and transformative forces of nature. She is a divine hag, an ancestor spirit, a creator goddess of the landscape who arrives at Samhain and reigns over winter until Imbolc. Legend says that she created the mountain regions, islands, and lakes off Scotland and Ireland by jumping between hilltops and dropping huge boulders from her apron. The Cailleach has many standing stones and cairns dedicated to her, and some say she created the stone circles of Newgrange and Stonehenge. She has many names, including Bone Mother and Women of Stones. Her all-seeing eye can see into other worlds. Ooh, she's seeing into your soul. Stop, breathe, turn down the noise. Give yourself space to feel the stillness. Busyness, overthinking, and the lure of constant distractions are taking you away from your true inner knowings and spiritual strength. Take your foot off the gas pedal and wait. Stop trying to force something to grow, happen, or give you the answer. There's divine wisdom in what's not arriving right now. The Kalyak symbolizes the spiritual winter. If things are falling away, it's because they're not meant to be with you. If you don't know what to do, it's because you need to inhabit the supreme meditative practice of not knowing. The quiet and emptiness are here so you can truly listen. Stop avoiding the silence. It has something to teach you. Nothing is meant to fill this space. Don't resist the gift of the void. It is a potent vessel for realigning with what's sacred and true. The Kalyak may strip everything back to its bare bones. She may say no to every request you make to fill the gaps. Heed the ancient crone wisdom. At the very least, look at what's presently getting in the way of you hearing the voice of your heart and soul. The earth invocation of this card is, the stillness is a portal. Whew, so I mean, this speaks a lot to you guys out there. And let's be real, like, get off Instagram, get off Facebook, please. I know you think that you probably don't do it as much as everybody else, but this card is saying, do less. And don't be in anxiety about it. It's okay. Sit with your feelings and emotions. You're not opening Pandora's box. You're just connecting closer to source. So that is what I have for you today, guys. I've got more coming down the pipeline. If it can ever make it from the slow boat, I don't know why. Don't ever smart ship your stuff. It takes 3 months to get here. And like, these decks cost way too much money for it to get here by the slow boat. This is why I really like Yisel, because her deck was not cheap, but it came here fast. And that's kind of what I expect when I spend over $50 for a deck. Please don't send your deck the slowest way if you spend over $50 for it. Come on. I'm just saying. So you guys, thank you so much for stopping in. And until next time, I hope you many blessed readings. Aloha.